Alright, wasting some time here with a update video for 6.2. I posted a video yesterday, or last night, of the 6.2 update. Anyways, the audio was messed up, to say the least. This is kind of me redoing it. Couldn't save that audio, so doing it again, round 2. So the main thing about what happened with this update was the destroyer split for the Russian line. I kind of have mixed feelings about this. I'm displeased about a few things, but we're just going to start off. So at tier 5, if you had the tier 5 through the tier 9, you got the replacement ships, and you got the Gevny, the Minsk, Kiev, Tashkent, and Khavratsky for the main line. Then you have the Ognavoy, Udaloy, and Grozovoy for the secondary line. So the main line is kind of like the normal. It might as well be a cruiser destroyer kind of type setup. Good range, good guns. This is where you're going to get your better rate of fire than the other line. The sub line has a slightly worse rate of fire as far as the guns and gun performance, but better torpedoes, which is, it's like, really, it doesn't really that matter. It doesn't matter that much. So if you had the Udaloy, like I did, you got a fully upgraded Tashkent, and I'm happy with it. I like it. No complaints whatsoever for the Udaloy, and I got my captain moved up to or not moved up, switched over to the Tashkent from the Udaloy. And the big news for me is the Tashkent and the Khavratsky both get the repair party, and if you throw on the flag that gives you extra 20% for your repair, it actually is a nice healthy swath of repair you can get, and you get 4 of them, so I mean really you could repair around 12,000 damage or so in a match. That's pretty cool. That's with the flag, obviously. Significant chunk of health. Obviously not all of that you're going to be able to repair, kind of giving circumstances of if it's HE or AP damage. Anyways, I think that's really cool. Really helps with the Tashkent being a brawler. Same rate of fire that you can get down to 4 seconds. Obviously, I have the upgrade that increases the reload. Hurts your turn time for your guns, but 21 seconds is definitely workable for the guns. Going up to the Khavratsky, it's mostly the same. Still, 11.2 range is kind of silly for this. Definitely want a captain with the advanced firing training. It doesn't make sense now, and it didn't before the patch, that the tier 9 has better range potential than the tier 10. It just doesn't make sense. And Wargaming's kind of done that, down the line of just not making any sense whatsoever. So the Grozovoy, however you say it, don't judge me. 10.3 range. What? Okay, that's just terrible. 12.1 range. It doesn't make any sense. This is the Udaloy. So if you had the Udaloy before, you got it moved over into this tree. Nothing researched, and a terrible captain, which makes a tier 9 with a 9-point captain is it's miserable. It's terrible. A tier 8 with a tier 8-point captain, also terrible. And kind of going down the line. At the point where you get to tier 5 or tier 6, I expect to have a decent captain. I'm kind of displeased about that. Really kind of putting a lackluster a shine on the new destroyers for me, just because they have subpar captains on higher tier ships. I don't like that very much, and it does seem like they have messed up on the Grozovoy a bit. I don't have it yet, but one of the buffs in the patch, and yay if you had an Anshan, we got our damage buffed up back to 1900 per HE shell. So that's cool. And it says the wording says in the patch notes that it's increased for all Russian destroyers tier 5 and up, except the Grimyashki, because it already had it, and the Anshan, because it has the same guns. But now we have the Grozovoy. There's nothing in the patch notes about this that I saw, so I'm hoping it's just a mistake. We got some Wargaming math. Somebody hit something wrong, but go check out the Udaloy. See, all of them have 1900 now. It's 9% burn chance on that because I'm running the 2 flags. Anyways, and the Anshan got a nice that nice boost too. So if you had that, you had a nice premium ship that got a buff. Let's get my thoughts on the update as far as the ships. The Kiev and the Ognavoy. The Ognavoy at tier 8. It's comparing it to the Benson. There's not really a point to this ship. Then it's like the Benson has better guns, I think. I mean, this has a decent range and it has a nice show velocity, but it's 4 guns that fire slowly at tier 8. I really don't see like the good end of it. But this the sub branch does have excellent turn time on the guns, especially on the upgraded ones. On the Udaloy, you get nice quick 10-second 180-degree turn time, which is nice. Although you got hit with a nice gigantic nerf to your speed. That's with the speed flag, so without it you just go 40 knots. Kind of disappointed about that, but you know, it's an adjustment. It's fine. Supposedly these torpedoes are better. I mean, okay. All right, sure they're better. A lot of people don't really suspect that or anticipate, especially even higher tiers, the 8K torpedoes that you had at this tier to begin with the Russian destroyers. But moving on, I don't have it, so I can't show it to you. The Indianapolis had a reload buff, so that is nice. And oh yeah, well I guess it's worth mentioning. With you can now get defensive fire with your Russian cruisers. Or not cruisers. I want to call them cruisers. Might as well be. Defensive fire with the Russian destroyers. It's I mean, it's there. And if ever they actually have an increase in the population at higher tiers, I guess it was nice. Population of the carriers, that is. And for the Fuso, let's go ahead and reset all this. Go sort it by tier 6s, battleships. So for the Fuso, they got rid of the original extremely painful hull that was like 13-kilometer range, and if you look over there, you can see it is 19.8 on the main battery. Obviously, that's with the increase to the with the range gun firing control system. Words not working so much right now, but it's kind of nice. They kind of ease the transition for the grind for the Colorado, the Fuso, and New Mexico. That's pretty good, I think. Excuse me. And for the user interface, the last thing before we go to the video. So the user interface on the Minimap, if you have this setting engaged, you can actually modify the Minimap while you're in battle. I'm going to show you a quick video about that. You do have to have the alternative battle interface mode selected to select the option that lets you see the ship names on enemies and friendly ships. I think that's a really big improvement to the Minimap display. I think it's important you use it just because, I mean, it's nice, especially if they're out of view range. You can actually see who is there, what ship that is, especially if it's something you need to be on the lookout and something that could be a danger to you. New maps, you know, they're maps. It's water and there's islands. I don't really go into that too much. And the redesign port. We are in the redesign port. There's more things here. It's nice. Nothing too big to mention. Excuse me. Alright, trying not to cough. Still got a bit of a cough, guys. And that is it. We're going to go to the first clip I wanted to show y'all about the mini-maps. And then we're going to have a bit of a battle. Tomorrow, it's Friday night, I'm going to play some Sid Meier's Pirates and upload a video of that. If you ever played it or know what it is, it came out in 2004. Pirate game. It's a old sailing vessels, as I think Chekhov would say. Anyways, if you want to check it out, it'll be up on the channel tomorrow night. Hopefully y'all enjoy the gameplay and get something out of that the minimap. I can't speak. The minimap choices I'm going to show y'all. Alright, and so the minimap, if you press control, you can scroll over to that cogwheel, and you can click the ship names. I think it's really a good thing to do. I also like the range numerical values, so you see how far you can shoot, when you're going to be spotted. Last known positions, obviously something you want checked on that also. I've run across a few people who didn't know about that yet, so if you don't, get all those fancy circles on the map to show you how far you can shoot. You can also press H. It gives you a press and hold H. Gives you a nice list of just interesting information, how you're spotting when you're on fire and all that stuff. And if you press Control and scroll over the bottom HEAP, torpedo, repair, smoke, speed boost icons, that you'll get some nice info there too. Anyways, just for folks who didn't know, and on to the battle with the Tashkent. And there's the Fletcher, there's the Sims. They're shooting at me like people tend to do in World of Warships, and here I am like, yeah, I don't want to be targeted by this many people. Anyways, get some distance, focusing on maneuvering, trying not to run into islands, and let these two players have the beans. One thing I didn't mention is the Udaloy got a nerf to its fire rate, and the Tashkent obviously got a nice buff. So with upgrades, the rate of fire now with the 12% increased fire rate is 4 seconds on the Tashkent and 4.5 on the Udaloy. A bit of a change there. Not great, not bad. A bit of a trade-off. And this Fletcher captain, I don't know what he was doing, but good shot he was not, and got some good damage into him. And he, I mean, it's just really easy to hit ships with, well, I mean, that was a complete miss, but to hit things with these Russian guns. Looking for maybe some torpedo solution. Nothing there. Just keep on brawling with guy. And I did use my repair. I was expecting them to hit me more, so I did use it in the middle of battle, and I did waste about half of it. I was expecting more damage. Happy not to take more, but you know, hey. I can really see that being a thing. I mean, it does give you almost 100 health a second for 28 seconds. If you put on the 20% flag, I mean, you're looking at 118 health or so, 119 health a second. So that's pretty good. And I can really, something that, I mean, that can sustain you in a battle, and mean the difference between winning or losing, especially engagements with other destroyers when your health pool is not that big. 3,000 extra health over 28 seconds. That's about the time of engagement, and come out looking ragged on one end, or come out looking pretty good. Anyway, so I'm excited about that. I'm going to be running that. I would say it's a selfish option, running the repair and not having smoke. I didn't really use smoke a lot with the Udaloy when it was at tier 9. I gave it to my my friendlies most of the time if I was passing by, because I didn't sit and stop in it. I just sped around like a maniac and tried to kill everything. Looking for these guys. I'm spotted. That is the Sims. Kind of loitering, not in the best place for him to be. He could have been a bit closer up, but man, these guns, accuracy. This Sim sees a bit better shot than the Fletcher. Well, so far, anyways. Get some nice hits into him, nice penetration damage, and that's it's gonna be all she wrote for this Sims in a moment. I think I probably need to. There we go. Sims is down, and friendly Fletcher, and using that the heal. So that's pretty nice. Fletcher, this isn't going to take too long to take care of this guy. Oh well. Hopefully I'll enjoy it. I will be putting a video up tomorrow of Sid Meier's Pirates. I saw it was on sale on Steam for $2.50, so a bit of a throwback Thursday. Hopefully y'all enjoy that. Hopefully you enjoyed this, and let me know what you think of the new update. See y'all in the next one.